The Deputy Leader has the call.
My question is to the Prime Minister. President Biden has declared nuclear power America's biggest source of clean energy, and last week the US Congress overwhelmingly backed a bill to cut red tape and accelerate the construction of nuclear power plants across the country. Why is the Albanese government risking the lights going out in Australia instead of using nuclear, which is proven around the world to deliver cheaper, cleaner and more consistent energy?
Give the call to the Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I thank the Deputy Leader of the Opposition for her question. And she asks about international experience as if all nations are the same. Well, here in Australia we have different comparative advantages, and that's why every single analysis has shown.
Order. The Leader of the Opposition, we've had the question. We're going to hear the answer.
Has shown that the cheapest form of new energy here in Australia is renewables. That's why those opposite have had to go when it comes to nuclear and say, forget about our support for private enterprise, forget our support for markets. We're going to have a command economy system. We're going to nationalise the energy system. Why are they saying that? Because not a single bank, not a single financial institution will finance a nuclear reactor in Australia. And that's why the Leader of the Opposition himself said in just last year, he said that he didn't support large-scale nuclear reactors. He was opposed to them. And that's what I assume they all said during their 22 different plans that they handed down when they were in government, without one of them being pro-nuclear. And, of course, it was the hero of those opposite, John Howard, who went out there and legislated for a nuclear reactor ban here in Australia under the Howard government, something I assume the current Leader of the Opposition voted for when it came in. Now, I'm asked about international advantages, and the Leader of the Opposition has enthusiastically promoted US-based company NuScale's small reactors technology. But last November, this poster child of the opposition collapsed because of rising costs, taking with it $600 million of American taxpayers' money. Now, in a speech to the Institute of Public Affairs in July last year, the Leader of the Opposition told his audience, as part of a nuclear renaissance, France will shortly commence testing on a nuclear power plant in Flamanville. Leader of the Opposition forgot to mention that the plant is now more than a decade overdue, with the final cost $22.3 billion, being more than 4 times the original estimate. 4 times. And that's if it actually starts this year. And, of course, in November, the Shadow Minister for Energy said on radio that nuclear in the UK is just ramping up further and further. Now, Britain's flagship Hinkley Point C nuclear plant was initially due to be operational in 2017, and now it's going to cost